basketball goal, put over Toit's locker. We got 30 seconds. Copper shot. How many can you make? Rebound.
Rebound for the lead.
Bang! Bang! 30 seconds. Bang! 2, 1. Hey! You're so good. Hey! You're hot. 2. Great.
The Cajuns are back. Summer has run its course, and ML Teague-Moore Field is once again filled with the sound of clinking bats, popping mitts, and Cody Jinks songs.
You know, we're off to a great start. It's a great jumping off point for us. Having been in 3 straight regionals and finishing in a regional final this year against A&M, the expectations are through the roof, and everybody's getting after it, working hard.
It feels great. I mean, obviously we came off of a pretty good season last year, and this whole summer I spent it excited and ready to get back into the swing of things and meet a bunch of new guys. We have a bunch of transfers, a bunch of freshmen, and overall it's been really well. I can't complain with anything. And the new guys are great, and I think we're going to be trending towards a great season this year.
Man, it's a blessing. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to come play for Coach Deggs and this great organization. These guys have welcomed me like no other, like family to me at this point. I've only known them for like 3 months, and they're already literally like family and brothers to me, so I'm just super excited that I have this opportunity to come play here.
I'm expecting this team to be the team that helps us get over the hump that we've kind of been hitting at. We've made back-to-back-to-back regionals, and it's time for us to take the next step and host.
Split up into 2 teams for the duration of the fall, the Water Hose Boys took part in the Omaha Cup, a competitive battle both on and off the field. One created by Coach Matt Deggs and his staff in an effort to build team chemistry and competition.
Omaha Cup's something that I came up with in the summer of 2006, and it's a 14-week competition. It's all-encompassing, from the classroom, community service, practice, weights, games, and everything has a point value on it. Everything's a competition, and there's a winner, there's a loser, and it pays to be a winner. And so Omaha Cups can get pretty intense. It's one of the most competitive parts of the whole year.
Each year that I've been here, the teams have just slowly became closer and closer, and I mean, it's been really awesome to watch. You know, I mean, guys just come in and they fit right in now, and it's just how it goes now. It's not something that has to be forced. It's very natural, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the brotherhood is everything here. We have so many guest speakers come and talk to us, so many guys actually share their testimony and stuff like that, and it definitely is something special here that I don't think anywhere else does, but it just means a lot. Get to a deeper level of connection with someone. Connection equals sacrifice. So the more I connect with my teammates, the more they connect with me, the more we're willing to die for each other, which will show in our gameplay on the field this spring.
This has been a 12-week battle, and it's been one of the good ones. I want to commend Coach Z and all the coaches for drawing up what to me was a really good Omaha Cup. And it was simple. There wasn't points to keep up with. What was there to keep up with? Just do what during the week, boys? Just win. What is, through a 12-week battle on an individual team, what's something that we learned? How to respond. So it's not how you start, it's what? It's how you finish. And it's who can play good when what? When it matters. It's not what you've done, because this team could get good. This team could get good. What you've done in the regular season, all that does is set you up into a good position to jump off into what? The postseason. And that's the key to getting to Omaha, is to play good when it matters. But you got to put this whole body of work together, and you're exactly right. You're never out of the fight. We're going to have to execute, much less advance beyond that. Because nobody's ever going to give us anything. We will always have to start from here and go there. Y'all hearing me on that? That's who we are.
My name is Jose Torres. I'm a senior catcher. I'm born and raised in Panama.
A new season means new players on the roster, as well as returnees from last year's squad. But behind the plate in 2025 will be a familiar face to all, and a player whose motivation and passion comes from his last name printed on his locker.
Well, I'm the middle one of three. My older brother, he is in the US. My sister is still at home. The area that I grew up, it wasn't the nicest. At the time, bad influences and the violence I was going through it. Too many stuff could happen at the same time and you never know what's going on sometimes. There were a couple of kids that I grew up with, like tight, and next thing you know, they were taking bad steps. Most of the time I spent it was with my dad. He was the one that kind of like introduced me to baseball. He's the one that I learned the most from, watching him just work, having that work ethic of doing stuff daily basis, back and forth. I could remember since this day, that guy wakes up every day at 3 in the morning. I grew up watching baseball all day. Like, my dad used to play softball every weekend, so literally I finished playing at 9 or 10 or maybe 11. Next thing you know, I go eat lunch, and by 4-3, I was on a softball field because he was either a head coach of a team or he was playing there, so I was always on the field. The sport was not only like my passion, it was part of my family. Believe it or not, I was a middle infield. Like, my first actual national team that I made ever, I was a second baseman. A second baseman, and I love playing third base. The hot corner was something that I really enjoyed. The thing was that my brother, he was a pitcher, so either way he needs somebody to catch and stuff, so I played everything, literally everything. If you need me wherever I go, I was your guy. Every Saturday, I remember that I was like 7 years old. Every Saturday, my dad would come to my bed, like, pull my feet, and I'm like, hey, gotta get up, gotta go to the field. The turning point was when I was 14, 15. That was when I actually started doing some stuff that people start noticing, and I was not anymore like Torres' son. I was like actually Jose Torres. I was able to be picked up as a free agent at the time, but I put in perspective the money that I could get compared to trying to give it a shot here, and not only being able to play baseball but get my education. I don't know, it was probably the biggest risk that I have taken throughout my life. I pretty much left everything behind. My freshman year, back when I was in junior college, in San Jacinto College, that year I gotta open my eyes, like, this is it. On that team, so many 22, 23 years old that I was like, I'm just a kid playing with men right now. I wasn't even a starter at the time. I was not even like on the plans to play often. One thing that I always keep on my mind is my dad, he always try to remind me this, like, at the end of the day, you're playing with men just like you. Whatever you do, it's on your hands. And I get a call from a number, again from Louisiana, and they were asking me like, hey, we're from UL, we would like you to come here. My freshman year, actually, I played here at UL. Against, it was other couple of junior colleges that we came down and played. And I came to this place and I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. It's a nice field, a nice area. A little different, but there was something that kind of like caught my attention. But I do remember telling myself, like, you know what, maybe one day I play here. I was a little anxious, nervous, but nevertheless, in my mind I was like, you know what, I just came here to do my job, and on the road or on the way, I will get to know everyone. Oh yeah, that first season, I will say that this was probably the best season, statistically speaking. Pretty much like, all right, I'm gonna try to stay about 300 with my batting average and become somebody that do get the job done. My personal goal, besides try to stay above 300, was I need to help the next guy job to be easy. I need to do my best to help the team, not for me, but for the guy next to me. That idea that everybody try to keep on the clubhouse made me play so free.
I mean, he's the epitome of what you would want a teammate to be. Not only that, but I think he leads, leads by example, willing to speak up and say what needs to be said when it needs to be said.
He's such a great story and perseverance, and if you want something, don't ever let somebody tell you no, man. Wake up every day, outwork everybody, have faith, and take action, and he personifies that.
He's kind of our quarterback. A lot easier to call certain pitches in certain situations when you know he's back there working for you.
How has your upbringing as well as baseball shaped Jose Torres into the man that we all know today?
Ooh.
Baseball has been probably one of the best professors when it comes to life. If you think about it, in baseball, 3 times you are successful out of 10 opportunities, and you are the best. It's a big relationship with life when it comes to failure. Like, it's not about just being successful, because you are not gonna be successful as much. But understanding that it's about keep going, and keep going, and keep going, and keep going. And then, if it happens, it happens. But it's not about all your success. It's about all the work that goes throughout your failures. That relationship with failures and success, I gotta say that without baseball, it would be hard to understand. Being able to understand the importance of having the good people and people that have the same approach to life around you, it's important as a man, and I see that in baseball, especially here at UL. As a man, the older you get, I start to see the more you gotta rely on those stuff. Because yeah, you can be a lonely island, but when everything crumbles, who you gonna go to? So having the right people with similar approach, it's something that baseball had teach me, and the importance of working as a team. It's not about one person, or it's not about just 2 people. No, everybody has a role, and if everyone does his role, we're gonna go where we're gonna go. So that's it.
The culmination of fall ball saw the Ragin' Cajuns play 18 innings at Sam Houston State, as well as 18 innings at home against in-state competition LSU. Fans once again filled Russo Park with a palpable energy, a certain buzz that said baseball season is right around the corner. And although the frigid winds of winter are still to come, Louisiana fall baseball served as a reminder that the game of baseball is just as beautiful in the fall as it is in the spring.
Grew up today. We learned how to compete today. Hoorah! Hoorah! Don't ever forget that feeling. A lot of positives. Ton of stuff we can fix too. We just got to play with a better sense of urgency at times. We got to roll a double play, blame the floor. Can't make the first out of the dish right there. Got to run with their heads. I can go round and round and round. Okay, but hell of a finish right there. Good job responding from week to week, because I know what's in this group. We got some nastiness to us. It's all about intent. Hoorah! Hoorah! All about intent. If we asked up there who's the most aggressive, who's the toughest, who played the hardest, I guarantee you who they're going to say. I guarantee you who they're going to say. We haven't done anything yet. We got a long way to go. Okay? But it's a hell of a finish to a good fall. Matt! Matt!